So today I'm going to talk about euthanasia. I'll talk about the morality and legality of euthanasia. So what is euthanasia? So euthanasia is called ultimately assisted suicide method where an expert doctors help a person commit uh, unalive themselves painlessly. So the debate of choice of lives of one's individual is inclined to himself is a long facade in the philosophical, religious and legal world, where some view as life and death the ability to take one's own life as their own personal freedom, while other view as such should be illegalized, demoralized and also criminalized at all aspects. And this is very prevalent because most of us are pro-life, we want to save life. So suicide is actually illegal in most of the countries. Like for example, in Japan, assisted suicide, suicide is not legal. And if someone commits suicide at the train station and it causes some sort of disassociations, disorganization and littering because of the body, and hence the person who committed suicide, his family would be responsible for cleaning the mess after him. So, and it is also criminalized in many aspects, but it is not actually punishable because it's be worsening to punish someone who is willing to unalive themselves. And this aspects bring us to the topic of euthanasia. So is euthanasia just a question of death? No, it is it brings the doctrine of freedom, the freedom of choice, freedom to choose and freedom to do with one's own life. And such doctrine is necessary for contemplating the evolving society and accept the new comings of cultural relativism. So what was considered taboo in the past can be considered now something maybe considerable. So recently a physical healthy woman of Netherlands applied for euthanasia, and because she was physically fit and only mentally unwell, many pro-life organizations try to accuse her, belittle her and harass her for trying to make some choice, and she was rejected multiple times. But finally she got approval and says maybe in a better place. So this shall bring us to the topic of, is it really a freedom of choice? Is life really worth living for someone? So to define freedom of choice, we have to define everything one aspects to be. So the contingency of no harm and no foul is often implied when someone is in control of their life, and if they don't cause harm to others, they shall do everything they want. And others are like, people are not knowledgeable and things, and they should not be allowed. But the question of suffering comes, and that is deep rooted through one's brain and exists in someone's mental capacity, and they might not be psychologically be disabled, but might be suffering only from prolonged mental illness. So all this sort of aspect would bring us to whether he or she will be helped by the process and can gain comfort. So it is still debatable. It's a long-going topic, and maybe The choice of liberty to live a life would be given back to people someday, as countries like Switzerland and Netherlands have already implemented this.